So, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to host AMS session with Network Capital. In this session, we are going to have two segments. First one is about the introduction to the project, in which I will ask few questions just for you guys from the team. And in the second segment, I will unmute five people. They will communicate directly with the team of Network Capital. Mr. Jonathan is the CEO. He is here with us. And let's see. Nice to meet you, Mr. Jonathan. And once again, welcome to CryptoBirds.
Uh, yes, as I mentioned, it's a pleasure being here. I cannot wait to present my project and to present myself as well. And yes, it's pretty great. And so, I don't know, would you like me to introduce myself, Sean?
Could you please introduce yourself and your team and the people who are behind the project and from when you guys are working on this project?
Okay, so welcome everyone to this CMA. I'm pretty glad to be here. I hope that you have the patience to listen to all that I have to say about this amazing project. First of all, I'm Jonathan Gabriel. Um, I'm currently in the United States, but I was born in the United States. Um, First of all, I'm someone who has a lot of experience with trading cryptocurrency. I took advantage of a bull run during 2021, and I managed to gather a lot of uh, gain of profit around that time. And yes, I have my faults as well. I I invested in some scams, some faulty projects that I actually had my hopes on, and I got disappointed by that. So I'm even though I'm the CEO, I'm just a co-founder of the project because this is being funded by other people as well. And you can hear more about the other co-founders if you go to our community on Telegram and you hit the staff slash staff, and it will appear a user square with all the other members that are part of the project. Okay, so that's pretty much it, I guess. Yeah, network capital is something that we created out of pure love. It is something that I I just pouring all my money into this amazing project just with the idea some benefit to people that is joining us this early on. So network capital it is comprised of a series of other small projects, mini projects, to say at least. It is a whole ecosystem of several projects, all under a same name. So we are developing many of these at the same time. And we have, for example, the first one that we launched is staking, and we're going to launch another one in months, well, 2 to 3 months. We're going to launch a centralized staking. We're going to launch a NFT collection, and we're going to launch a debit and credit card, the next card. So all of this being said, I really want to focus today on state. And this is something that has been developed just for purpose of giving advantage to the early investors and that trust in us. It's going to have like a lifespan of maybe 2 or 3 more months. And all of the people that had trust in us has trust so far have made really huge profit and have made really huge gain out of this fund. This is basically started. So talking a little bit more about the staking, the only thing that you have to do is buy the token right now and lock it in our staking page. In order to receive your rewards, you will have to wait at least 24 hours after touching your token. And in order in order to withdraw them, you have to withdraw the entire amount. You have to withdraw the initial investment, and you have to withdraw your rewards for well, uh, all in just one transaction. And that is because our staking has a penalty to people that just withdrawing a little bit of your investment. Like you cannot only just withdraw your rewards, you have to withdraw and the reward plus investment in order to receive everything. If you want to restake, you can do it as well. This is this stake staking doesn't have like your typical compound button. And I don't know, we just think that it was necessary, or we just find it more beneficial for us to have it this way. Um, for people to just have to withdraw everything at a single transaction, so they can be more careful about what they're doing. And at the same time, with every transaction that we make, every withdrawal that they make, we receive a little percentage that is going to be used to fund marketing and development of your project. And so that's pretty much the basic idea for baking, and that's just the basic idea of who I am and what I'm. And I don't know if you had any other
Thank,
questions.
yeah, thank you so much for the introduction and the staking. But I would like to know the use case of NFTs and what are the benefits and perks of staking, and for how long do the people need to stake to get perks and benefits?
Okay, talking about the NFTs, that's something that's going to be really long into the future. We shouldn't be thinking about that, right? But the NFTs are just like any other NFTs. Honestly, there are going to be some rare NFTs that are going to have a higher value, and you're going to receive more benefit by staking them in the sense that you're going to work. Like for example, you can have NFTs that are going to have a value of I don't know $1,000, and you're going to be receiving a daily reward of I don't know 5.5 of your investment, and then you're going to have the option to buy another NFT that's going to cost like $10,000, so slightly higher reward. Either way, that's something that is really far into the future, and but we're not focused on that. About the minimal time that you have to withdraw for staking. Okay, so getting into more detail about the staking, as I mentioned, you only have to buy the token. You had to lock your tokens, and you have to wait at least after the first investment. You have to wait 24 hours and to receive 5.5% of your investment. And we calculate this by talking about months as well. So in just 1 month, if you invest during the first time and you leave your investment pressed in the staking page, we recommend you, if you don't want to preoccupy yourself, if you don't want to worry about what is going on or the price of the token and such, yada yada, whatever, you can just leave your tokens to press on the page, and in 1 month you will be receiving 160% of your initial investment. So yeah, I would like to really remind everyone, guys, that if you decide to invest in our staking, you have to withdraw everything, or you will be punished by a penalty, and you will lose your rewards, not your initial investment, just your reward. So you have the possibility to receive a really high percentage in return, and just by staking, but you have to be careful about that. We're giving you this opportunity. It's not something that comes every day, because the market is full of scam stake and scam tokens and everything else that matter. But that's not our idea here. And we're pretty sure that not a lot of people is that trustworthy about something like this. Not a lot of people trust mistakes nowadays. Um, but that's okay. I mean, you always have to invest what you are willing to lose, what you're willing to risk, and that is totally on you as well. Regardless, we are doing EMAs just to prove to everyone that we are capable, right? You can ask to any of the other investors that have followed us from the very beginning, uh, the on the Telegram community. they can they, they can justify, they can tell you, testify that the staking has worked wonderfully so far. Like we have people that invested $10,000, $15,000 just from the very first day, and they started to see their rewards right away. So these people have so far, I don't know, I think they had over $2,000, $1,000 before in rewards just for trust. And as I'm as I mentioned, um, we still have 2 to 3 months for the staking to actually work. Either way, we know that not all is into staking systems, and that is why we offer as well the possibility to just, I don't know, trade the token. The token is been having a lot of fluctuation in the recent days. We had an all-time high of $4 a few weeks ago, and we we really trust in the fact that we're going to reach that price in the following days as well, because we are working on getting listed on pages like Bitmart and Gate.io. We had some little difficulties recent days due to that. We have enough orders, not enough volume, but I'm pretty sure that with this marketing, with these EMAs that we've been having in recent days, this is going to be hugely beneficial. And once we launch our other project, this is going to attract more investors, and we're going to reach price by respective favorite $20. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is pretty far-fetched to actually be predict the price of a token, but that's just something that we had to study, and that's something that we're expecting just like a getting on Bit. So if you just want to invest in the token, you are still pretty early on. So take this opportunity to just trust it on, since we're already just this early on, just starting the project. And that's all.
Yeah, thank you so much for the brief explanation. So, please introduce her the network capital and what is its business model and what are the special features and how exactly does it work and how can we make most of it?
Okay, so it's pretty much self-explanatory. Network Capital is going to be launched in exchange in the following months. And as all of you know, a centralized exchange is not something easy to develop. It takes a lot of time. And what at the end of the day, these are highly beneficial for the early investors and for the developers as well, because a change is basically like a bank of crypto dollars. Like for example, you have Binance out there, and even though I don't like to mention it because it is highly controversial, you have FTS as well, but that page got into a scandal. Regardless, regardless of that, the FTS lasted for quite a few years, and I'm pretty sure that the first investors were the ones that got the most benefit out of it. So I'm not saying that we're going to get to the level of finance, but we're aiming at getting to the top. At least get the level of crypto.com. I think that is more realistic in the short term. We're expecting to launch our centralized exchange after we launch our second stage, which is going to be released after this current stage is over. So as I mentioned, we're just a company. We're just a couple of people that is just developing out of this project, just to prove that we can try. Right now, we're just with the staking. There's are other people that are going to come in the future, but right now the first step is the stake, and this is because we have seen so many faulty staking, so many, I don't know, scams out there, and that is basically what we are just pouring our own money into this, and we had not made a lot of income by doing it so far. We recently had some tokens actually to develop some of the some of the development of the centralized exchange and to pay for marketing on YouTube. We have been constantly promoting this cryptocurrency all throughout the internet. We're expecting to get on TikTok, and we're expecting to get or to please a Spanish community in the recent days. That is because we have been moving slowly but steady at the time. We have been focusing on investing on investing on communities that are mostly speaking English, and we're moving towards Spanish speaking. So I think that the benefit for investing on cryptocurrency right now is that they're really early on. As I mentioned, the main benefit should be you should be thinking more about staking in our platform. But regardless, if you're expecting our other projects to make the token increase in value, you're still pretty early on for that.
All right. So, do you have a native token of Network Capital?
Yes, that is the next token. NEBC. That's our only token so far. That is that we're working with. Once you stake your tokens, you're going to be your rewards in the same token, and you're going to be able to sell it. About talking about selling token is for nothing that your the token has a tax of 0% once you purchase it and 5% for when you sell it. And this is just a little bit to prevent people or to make people reconsider when it is the right moment to sell, because they're going to be losing just a little bit of their investment. Either way, part of this is going to a wallet that is going to be used for marketing and development as well. So we're getting benefit by people selling somehow because we're reinvesting money into the project.
So, what is the token allocation?
The token allocation, you mean like the tokenomics? Okay. Let me actually look it up. I forgot. Okay, I have
Could you please speak a bit louder because it's very difficult for me to understand?
Okay. I'm just looking up the map that has all that information for the tokenomics for. Okay, so about the allocation, we have a 5% of the tokens that was used for the fairlaunch, or that, I mean, NEC has a fixed supply of 1 million coins that will be allocated as indicated. Okay. So 5% is for fairlaunch, 45% of the token is being used as staking pool. Keep in mind, we only have 1 million coins. Okay, 45% is being used for staking pool. 3% is going to be used for development. This means that it's going to go to my wallet selling from in order to pay for the development of outcome project. We're going to be using 5% of the tokens in order to pay for the listing on several exchanges, and we're going to be using 4% of the tokens to pay for marketing. We're going to be using 38% for the DeFi protocol. By DeFi protocol, the several features and projects that are going to come in the future. Of course, this 38% is not going to be released, or it's not going to be unlocked just right away. We're going to be releasing 6.25 months after a no, excuse me. We're going to be releasing 4.75% monthly after the first month of the project being launched. That means that if the project was launched in January, February, March, April, May, and July, more or less around July, the 30, 38% of the stock is going to unlock, uh, but just 4.75% every month instant in order to pay you for development of or other tools and other features in other projects that are ahead after the stages are over.
Right. So now I want to ask about the. Can you tell us about revenue generation mechanism? You have already talked about staking, but I want you to discuss about revenue generation model once more.
Okay, I think there is not pretty much to mention about that besides staking. What other generation of income can mention actually? I mean, it's just a cryptocurrency. You're just going to invest into basically a company, and you're going to be expected to generate double your investment at least. To not lose your investment. Other ways of generating income is, I don't know, but once we release such change, we're going to obviously going to work like a trading platform, and you're going to be able to see that trading. We're going to be offering NFTs as well, but it's pretty much far away into the future, probably by the end of this year or beginnings of next year. Um, Once we release these NFTs, you're going to be able to stake them as well. But yeah, I don't really like to speak about the NFTs. They're pretty much far away. So the only way to generate profit at the moment will be just to hold the token by and expect for us to keep doing the CMAs, promotions for more people joining, and or the other option is to stake token. Besides that, I don't think that there's any other way to generating any income by now.
All right. So could you please name some of your partners?
Okay. Oh my God, because they have so many partners. I don't remember most of them. Let's see. I had a list, right? We have plenty of partners. I don't know. I mean, first of all, we are obviously partners with CryptoBirds. I think it was established by the beginning of January. We are also partners with Hug Jans Calls. We also have a partnership with CoinWell, I believe, and we also have a partnership with CryptoMiner. We have plenty of those. Actually, I had a list right here, but I can't find it. But yeah, I believe we also had a partnership with Lab as as he appears on our main page, and we just with many other small um, crypto communities on Telegram. We have partnered with. Uh, yes, we have a partnership with Caesars, um, with Bannon, Lab, uh, China Coin, DeFi, Crypto, NDFi Brazil, Bannon Calls, CryptoPack Calls, and many others. We have plenty of partnerships with a lot of wonderful community.
Okay. So what are your future plans and what's happening on your roadmap right now?
Okay. Right now we're just on the staking, on the first staking. I mentioned that so many times right now. But right now we're just on our first stage, which means that we already got listed on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. Uh, Actually, getting listed on Bitmart was also part of our plan, but unfortunately, we were not able to get listed there on January. Um, Regardless, yes. So far, our only focus is on the staking, on the current staking. Then there's going to come another staking um, in the next 2 to 3 months. It's just right away after this one is over, that is going to be giving rewards in USDT. Okay. Yes, basically that's in the short term. In the long term, we're going to be increasing actually the centralized exchange as always. Uh, I don't know. I mean, our main focus is the staking and marketing. That's all that is at the moment.
Right, thank you. So, what about the security and privacy? Because our people are very much concerned about security. So, how do you satisfy the people?
Um, well, what can we say about security? We had the best programmers to work alongside us, and we're pretty safe. We're pretty secure that they actually developed one of the best staking platform that they had developed. Some of the best that they had used some of the best codes in order to prevent hacking and other sort of stuff. Um, Also, this is regarding security as well, security of investors. Is that a lot of people was worried about us messing with the codes or messing with taxes, and that is why we have to renounce the contract or the token. We are also going to be renouncing every other contract for the following projects in the future. And yeah, I mean, another aspect is that we have recently DDoS attack on our page, and that is why we have to add something to prevent that. And that is that people from outside the USA would have to use a VPN in order to add page. I think some people from Germany and England maybe can also add this pages regularly, but I think there's also people that from some certain countries that cannot add page. So in case that we find any difficulties in keeping our pages secure, we're just, I don't know, we're doing the best that we can. The, the contracts are just renounced so far. So if any attempts happen at those, we just did our best to keep them secure, but it was the decision of the community to renounce the contract. There's not much that we can do about that. But in regards about the other aspects like pages, we still have control about that. Um, the other stuff, let me think. Um, yeah, talking about the community, I would like to mention that we are constantly having EMAs in our own communities. We are having every day we're having EMAs with our users, people that have been supporting us. We're pretty glad that we have such strong supporters, and we're constantly taking suggestions like that. And so one of their suggestions was to announce the contract because that way they felt more safe about us, and we just follow through with their demands.
Thank you so much for the great information which you shared with our people. So it's time to move towards the next segment, which is about live questions from people. You all are requested to follow the rules. The rules include you have to follow Twitter page of Network Capital, and you have to join Network Capital Telegram group and Telegram group of CryptoBirds and channel as well. So you have 10 seconds to raise your hands and find out the best questions. Let's see. I'm going to unmute Solo to ask question.
Hi, how are you? Uh,
Hello.
my question is, when you conduct your NFTs token launch, will you also be conducting any major community event, such as airdrop campaigns? If so, will you please discuss with us your airdrop events, if there are any ongoing right now? How can we be
No,
part of it?
no, we are not launching any airdrops at the moment. Probably in the future, but it's not in our plans right at the moment. The only thing that I can mention as well is that we have a shilling competition, and yeah, we are giving away a prize of $400. The best shillers. This is going to be split among a certain amount of people. The first place is going to be given for 200 dollars for being the best shiller. But when it comes to what you just mentioned, the airdrop of tokens, that is not going to happen. We're not planning that.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
Right. So now I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick. I can see a lot of raised hands. Let's see who is the next one. I'm going to unmute Tweety. Tweety, wait a minute. I was just unmuting you and your name just disappeared. Let me see. Yeah, Tweety, I can see you. Are you there? Okay. If she doesn't speak, we can pick another one. You are allowed to speak.
Hello, Grace, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, man. How
Oh,
are you doing?
yeah, bro. How you doing, man?
Well, I'm fine. What is your question? Go ahead. Got it. Do it. Hello?
Hello, Grace, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So my question is concerning those who might be interested in your project, but they don't have enough funds to do so. So, like, would there be any privilege for them, such as a referral system, where they can bring people to buy your token and they get a percentage of your token for this? I think that would be a great idea if you do so.
I didn't quite get the question. Sorry. Could you repeat it?
Okay, yeah. So my question is concerning those who might be interested in your project, but like they don't have enough funds to do so. So like, would there be any privilege for them, such as a referral system, where they can bring people to buy a token and they get a percentage for this?
Sorry, I still don't understand your question. I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, I think that you're asking what is the benefit of people for buying the token? What incentivizes people to buy the token? I think that is your question because I did not understand what you're asking.
Yeah, that was.
Either way, that was the question. Okay. Well, so far, our staking has proven that it is something stable when it comes to keep being there, still being there. Is being functional. Um, it has been through a great progress when it comes to functionality. And people can testify, as I mentioned, that they have received highly benefits, a lot of benefits, just by staking their tokens, just by keeping them stuck. Um, so yeah, what is was there another incentivize for people or another appetizer for people to just be receiving money just by keeping their tokens locked in a page? I think that is enough to incentivize people to buy the token. As I mentioned as well, we also have another plans in the future to launch another stuff. And for example, you can look at our community. You can see that we already launched some examples or some some early development pictures, images of what decentralized exchange is. So incentivize more than that. What else? There's also the conditioning competition. So yeah, you can see that we're constantly doing marketing with this project, and we're constantly trying to bring more investors. Um, but yeah, at the end of the day, I think the facts, what we do is speaks more than what we can tell. And if you see, you look at our progress so far, you can see that we have uh, used a lot of our own money just for the market, for example. So as you can see, we're a group of people that have plenty of funds in order to keep bringing more and more people and in order to keep doing this right. So I guess that just pretty much proves that we are here to help people that is trusting in us this early on.
Okay, Jonathan, that's a really great answer, man. Thanks so much for the really great answer. And also, thanks so much for the really great opportunity, guys. It's a really great project. So, the moment.
Don't worry, man.
Here.
Thank you for your question.
Okay, now I'm going to pick PPN. Hey, PPN. Hey, boy.
Hello.
How are you doing, man? What is your question?
Hello, Kayama.
How are you?
Hello, Kayama.
Hello?
Hello. So my question is regarding the marketing after the launch. So, what are the steps and strategies are you going to take to expand the ecosystem and grow your project?
Well, um, well, we're already spending our project just by throwing marketing, just like this, having EMAs with different communities in the crypto space. We have plenty of EMAs um, with several communities, uh, and our project is just in itself is something that it has all of these different features and these different projects at the same time. So just everything that we have to offer is just speaking for itself. So yeah, we are constantly bringing more investors. So just the CMA is just a proof that we are expanding ourselves. As I mentioned previously on, we are about to launch a Spanish speaking community, and that means that we're going to be having more marketing in Spanish speaking as well. Uh, I don't know. That's because we had studied the market and we have seen some other projects that have been successful that had not come to the ears of English speakers that we know plenty of pages that work as much as we are intending to work in the Spanish community and Asian community as well. Like for example, you guys always talk about Asian communities, but you have not realized that the Spanish community also have a huge potential. You have to know how to approach them. So yeah, that's our way of expanding ourselves, creating more communities, and just basically with every project that every feature we are launching, it's just me money investors come.
Okay, brother. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
Yeah, so now I'm going to pick Nart. Hey, Nart.
Hello,
Hey,
can you
are
hear
you
me?
there?
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
we
Yes,
can
we
hear
can.
you. Yeah.
Yes, we can
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
you.
right. Yeah, all right. So, the first thing that caught my attention when I checked your website was that we could earn about 250 APY per month. So, I'm kind of wondering, how would you be able to sustain that amount of APY continuously, even if the number of investors are to increase over time?
I mean, I mean, we cannot keep a staking eternally. It's not going to last forever. So I'm not going to lie to you and tell you, hey man, this is going to last for I don't know the whole fucking year. So sorry for the bad word. But well, that is just not possible. The only thing that we can do so far is just prevent people or tell people that when it is actually going to last. And so far we have established that it will probably last for 4 months, for example. But yeah, I'm not going to sell you fantasies and 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 just made up stuff. The staking is not going to last forever. You just had a limited amount of time. And for that being said, we're going to launch another staking in the future because of that as well. Because we know this one right here is not going to last forever. So that's pretty much my answer, man. I'm not going to sell any fantasy. It's not
So
it's taken.
it's
Yes, I mean if you want to take advantage of the taking, just do it right now because it's not going to last forever. Either way, we're going to be informing the community when it's going to be approaching the day that is not going to be functional. Either way, so that is why you have to be constantly informed about all of our progress.
all right, all right. So I think I'll get quickly into the staking and get it to constant stake them. Thank you.
You're welcome,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Nart. Okay, Tweety is here. Tweety, are you there? Are unmuted? Please unmute your mic and speak up what you want to ask.
Hello, good day. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, hello. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Sorry I have two questions, please. About the APYs for the fair launch and the APY, the 250% and the 160%. Is it going to be fixed, or you are going to be changing it as your project progress? And secondly, your project, do you have any license from government? And do you have any license? Because when I was going through your website, I saw something about it being a decentralized bank. So I wanted to know if maybe it has any license for government, maybe in case of maybe there's an issues, or I don't know, like if it has any license from government. And thirdly, since you are dealing with users funds, so do you have anything like maybe an hackathon, or maybe a program whereby bounty hunters or hackers can try to review your smart contract? Sorry, did you get my question, or I should go over them again? Hello, hello,
I mean,
hello, can you hear
hello.
me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hello? You want me
Hello.
to go over my
Just
questions
wait.
again?
Hold on. Let him speak.
Okay, okay. Oh my God, I think that I actually forgot the first question I cannot remember, but I remember the second question that it was about the bank. So when you go to our white paper, you can see that our bank, that's actually just means that we consider our project is taking place, just like you're taking, and that is just a centralized bank. We're also backed by a real company of what we mean by this. We are a real company registered in United States, and this was made in order to have a to give more uh, a benefit to us, and in a way make people trust more in us, and just by proving that we're actually based in the United States. So by the bank that we're financed by a bank, so it means these two ideas are real company and the fact that they change all that is now about the first question I told you, I don't remember what you
Okay, thank you. My second question was about the APY, the 250 and 160. I was asking if it's going to, if you are going to change it as your project progress. And then the other question is about if you will be having an hackathon or a program whereby bounty authors or bounty altar or hackers can like if you be having an hackathon whereby bounty altars can help to review your smart contract. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So about the ratio, no, that's not going to be changed. Never. That is going to remaining. We cannot change it because everything is now was already established like that. And so yeah, the ratio is not going to change never. So if people that invested during the first day, same amount that people that is invested right now. People that is going to invest right now is not going to receive another range of reward. It's going to get the other really highly that I think it would be better if you brought it to our house to private message.
Oh, thank you so much for your answers. I'm really
Okay.
happy about that. The APY aspect. It's fantastic. Thank you.
No, thanks to you. Thanks to you. Join our community and support us, and really appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Pretty. Thank you so much, Mr. Jonathan, for the explanation for the discussion with our people. And so we have almost done with the AMS session. Would you like to advise something to our people, or is there anything you would like to share which is not announced, or any upcoming big news which you like to share?
Well, yeah, as you mentioned, I mentioned. Uh, Recently, we're going to get listed on Bitmart because we are just the amount of holders necessary for us to consider for the platform. There are stuff that we need more volume. And for that, we need to find more people to create the token. But we're working on that as well. The thing is that, as I mentioned, this staking is not going to last forever. You want to take advantage of that if you have any amount that you are willing to risk. I don't know. You can always visit our community. You can see how satisfied all our first investors are, and taking it to a highly functional. We have reimbursed, and that means that we have given back money that has lost. For example, I think there was an issue with a particular user that for some reason lost money. I don't know how that happened, but basically held him out and just gave in back. The thing is that yeah, this is a project that has a highly functionality. that is giving a huge benefit short term, and in the long term, it's going to be bringing stuff that is going to bring the attention of more serious investors. And by serious, I mean on the level of people that invest on Binance, for example, or Crypto.com for that matter. The thing is that, yeah, we are still pretty early on. And if you have a small amount of cost, of course, please just give us the opportunity to be part of keep your funds safe. With that being said, I don't know, it was really a pleasure to be here. It was a fantastic community, a fantastic host, and it was wonderful speaking to you guys. I hope to see you all as being part of our and supporting. Okay, I think.
Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for joining and sharing such a great project with our people. And I wish you very good luck for your future and for the upcoming events. Um, Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, thank you. Well, see ya. See you around, guys. You're doing a great job.
See you too, and wish you very good luck. Have a good day. Bye bye. So, people, this was all about the AMA session with Network Capital, and congratulations to the winners. See you soon in the next one. Keep following the rules, keep winning, keep supporting. Don't forget to share the feedback after the AMA when the group is unmuted. See you soon. Bye bye. Good day.